Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I'm Mike Stansberry, and today my special guest is Coach Michael Economides. Michael, how are you, sir?
Great. How you doing today?
Good, sir. Man, we're excited to have you guys. This podcast brought to you by Investor Fuel. Investor Fuel is a real estate mastermind, and what we do is we help real estate investors, service providers, and real estate entrepreneurs 2 to 5x their business to allow them to build the businesses they've always wanted and to allow them to live the lives they've always dreamed of. Coach Mike, how goes it today? What market are you in, Coach Mike?
I am in the mindset coaching market, which I pretty much leadership, confidence. I mean, mindset is pretty much rolls around everything. So I'm more geared towards entrepreneurs, business owners, real estate investors, bankers, the higher achievers.
The higher achievers. So you stay in that get it done alpha mode guys that are just getting stuff done. So tell me a little bit, how did you get started in that business? Kind of what was the precursor for you getting into being a mindset coach? What does that look like?
I went to school for business, and in business school you don't really learn about business. Which school you don't learn about what you go to school for until you actually go do it. I owned a couple businesses. Would have never thought I got into this ever in my life. Would have ever thought doing this. But I went through some health stuff. I had in 2018 for about 4 years. I had over 50 pulmonary embolisms, which is a blood clot in your lung. If the people don't know, I died multiple times. Came back. They diagnosed me with 5 different blood clot disorders and every sarcoidosis that you can have. All 3 of them: optical, neurological, and pulmonary. And I also have adrenaline disorder. So when I take medicine, my body fights it. When they try to put me to sleep, my body fights it. So basically, I have to stay awake for some surgeries, which is crazy. But so I got into that, and then the whole time they kept telling me this is serious, it's serious. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm ready to go home. I got stuff to do. And at the same time, I watched my dad's best friend got diagnosed with MS. Just diagnosed with it. No symptoms, no nothing. And from that day on, he started telling himself he was sick. He was sick. He was sick. He's not. He's dead. He basically put himself into the ground by completely just telling himself what exactly he was, what he wasn't. So I just started getting into it. I'm like, man, as long as you think, your mind is everything. Started researching more, started studying more about the minds. And I'm like, I was like, you need to teach me how to do this, because I don't know a single person that could keep on going through all this crap and just keep on pushing and keep on smiling. And the doctor walks in the room at the hospital and says, who's the patient? Because I got jeans on and a shirt. I'm not putting that gown on.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
I'm not wearing that tent. So from that point on, I was just like, everybody's like, you need to teach people how to do this, how to get this mindset in every business and everything. I'm like, maybe I should. So then I started doing it, researching more, and here I am.
Wow. So one of the things that's particularly interesting about that is, so if I'm going to dig into your friend who he got diagnosed with MS, and it's one of those things when you trust authority like that, and you've been taught to trust authority your whole life, and even if you feel like, hey, I feel like I'm good, but if you put all your eggs in the basket of the experts, right?
Yep.
You believe them, right? So and you watched him basically perish because he believed that he had MS.
I mean, he talked himself into it. I mean, he talked himself into, like, I'm telling, like, within a month or so, he started shaking. And the doctor's like, he's doing this to himself.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. And so so you had all these medical ailments happen to you, but at the same time, you kept your mind sharp and saying, okay, these things are happening, but what can I do to overcome this? Tell me about that. Like so tell me if there was a moment where you were like, okay, I'm down, but I've got to dig myself out of this hole. How am I doing that? And then how did you do that? I mean, because you said 50 pulmonary embolisms. And what does that mean? Like, how does one feel?
So, to tell you the truth, I really didn't care about any of it, which is crazy. Like, I try to think about it all the time. I'm like, hey, no, I really just didn't give a damn.
Right.
But basically, I had a knee surgery in 2018, just went in for knee surgery. And when I came out, I stood up, obviously had a pain in my leg, but I had a pain like towards my groin. And then I woke up hauling butt down the hospital in the bed, going to the hospital. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, you have a clot that moved to your lung and we got to stop it before it gets to your heart. I'm like, okay. She's like, this is a big deal. I'm like, all right. 5 days later, I'm in the hospital. They start telling me all this stuff. And all my friends and family, they always get aggravated with me. They're like, what's the doctor say? I'm like, I have no idea. I don't know. I'm not, you want to know? Come to the doctor's appointment and listen to him. Or I can record it for you because what he tells me, it sounds like wah, 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 because I really don't care. Until he said, you have to slow down life, stop life. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not slowing down nothing. You're going to have to do, I'm like, my body in motion stays in motion. And I mean, look, it was hell. Because I mean,
right.
For 4 years straight, I was in and out the hospital. I had lung surgery where they had to take half my lung. Had to do they had to separate my chest plate from my body. I mean, had to put a filter in me, stay awake for that. And it was hell. The doctor's like, it's going to feel like a bee sting. I don't know what kind of bees they have in med school, but they must be pretty damn big. Because it's a hell of a bee sting.
Right.
But it was just, I guess it's every time they told me something, I was like, nope, I'm not going to slow down. I'm going to keep moving. And it got sometimes it got just draining of switching medicine clotting until they switched me to these 2 injections a day in my stomach, which was like shooting jet fuel on fire into your stomach twice a day. It's horrible. But I had a 0%, I had a 0 blood clot factor. So I cut myself, I was going to bleed to death. And I was still throwing blood clots. So my body, it didn't matter. I had a filter put in, it made the blood clot above the filter. So they're like, take the filter out. Your body's one of its own kind. We don't know what to do. When they started saying we don't know what to do, I said, well, then what am I doing this for? And then one day I said, you know what? I didn't have any of these problems until 2018. When y'all started throwing all this medicine at me. I didn't have a clot. And I probably had more than 50 blood clots because I've had my same pain at home. And I'm just like, just growing pains. I'm not going to the hospital. I'm not going back there. I know what it is. It is what it is. They're not going to do anything about it. So I got off the medicine. Doctors, oh, you're such high risk. I said,
if you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
well, I'm clotting on it. What risk am I taking here? So I got off of it. No clots.
How about that?
Doctor talking back and getting on it. One of my friends, a cardiologist, I got back on it. Shoot, clot. I'm like, I'm done. I ain't taking this no more. So I've been off of medicine for about coming up on 2 years now, and I hadn't had a clot yet. Right now, I think I might something, but it's just a growing pain. As long as I tell myself it's a growing pain and keep pushing forward,
Yeah.
it tends to work.
So yeah, and because I've never. So what happens when you do have a clot? What happens to your body? How do you feel it? And then what do you do kind of right when you're going through that?
So sometimes they start in my leg and I can feel it's like a bad pain below your groin, and you just got to watch it. If it starts moving up, go to the hospital. But it hit me quick. It would be boom, boom in my lung. I get shortness of breath, like walking from here to the door in the office, and I'm shortness of breath. Chest pain. I get coughing real bad. So I just go to, I know pack a bag because I'm gonna be there 5 days. So I go there, pack a bag. It's just, I mean, it's just an uncomfortable, like tight feeling. It's different for me because, and they even said it, I take it differently, they said, but it's just a pain in your chest that that out of breathness, you'll know right off the bat.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. That's
You
the
get
big
really-
symptom. Yeah. All right. So Coach Mike, this happened all pre-COVID. And so COVID happens and they start
During
telling you
COVID.
to it was during COVID.
Well, it was
Did that,
the year after
did-
COVID too. So
okay. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Well, did that color anything about like taking medicines and things like that? What if, not to get too, I always like to give people as much information as possible, but I've had similar experiences where that I haven't taken a prescription drug in about 10 years, and both my parents are in medicine, and so it drives them crazy. But I'm kind of healthy. I kind of eat
yeah,
right.
exactly.
I kind of work out and kind of take care of myself, and and I have family members who are, hey, we have in our family we have a history of cholesterol. Okay, well, all right.
You ever seen that
Fine.
new study that says that genes don't run like that? They say, oh, you got high blood pressure. Well, high blood pressure runs in your family. No, it doesn't. It doesn't go from gene to gene, high blood pressure. Get the hell out of here.
I know but it's interesting though. It's funny though because I have to check myself because there are things rolling around here in this head that somebody told me that and I just recall it. Oh, okay, yeah, I guess we do have it, and then I'm like, well, do I have it? So, and it's one of those things that like you talked about, you're a mindset coach. Is sometimes you got to go back and kind of go, oh, why do I believe what I believe, and maybe there's got to be a hard reset here. So, like, take me through. You actually went through all this and you had to deal with your mindset. Now, how do you help other people? And what kind of people are you helping now? Kind of give us those stories, Coach Mike.
But first off, your mind only knows what you teach and tell it. Simple as that. It only gets what you put in there. So if you're putting stuff, garbage, or whatever you're telling it, that's what it's gonna know. So like I just read this thing about depression. Most people depressed, they think about problems, talk about problems, their life is problems. That's depression. If you have a problem, you leave it where it is. You bring a solution with it. Don't bring the problem. And I had somebody on my podcast yesterday talk about that. Yes, you might have had a traumatic event happen when you were a child or whatever, but that's something that it happened. You got to know that. You can't let it keep traumatically impacting your life.
Yeah, you can't just ruminate on it. Yes. Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. But I mean, first off, I find out what the main, like I have a program, but it's kind of tailored to each person. That whole cookie cutter thing where you can go watch videos, and I can't stand that. I think that's all about just somebody doesn't care about coaching or helping people; they care about making money.
Right.
So I tailor it to each client. And most of the time, it's business leaders or business owners or entrepreneurs. Most of the time, they're actually. I've done it before. I opened a new home and garden center, and I was doing it. You work, and you're so in mind into that. Your relationship, your kids, your family, all that other stuff. You think in your mind that they understand that I'm working, that I'm doing it good, that I have to do what I got to do. No, they don't.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
They don't. They think you're ignoring them. They think that you're not making time for them. So while you're busting butt over here working, you think you're doing the right thing. You're not. You're ignoring everything else, and that starts falling apart. So everything you work so hard for is about to get. They're not gonna tell you, hey, you need to stop doing it. No, they're gonna wait to the end and say, I'm done. And by that time, it's too late. So
Right.
I get them there. I like point out. I try to get them to start thinking about what's going on in every day, what they're doing, what's falling apart. Are they actually just putting on a smile, getting out of bed every day, and they're really not happy? Or are they just going through the freaking steps every single day over and over and over? And that's not a life you want to have. I mean, it's just, and so many people do it every single day. It's whether people want to be honest with themselves or not. A lot of people get up every morning smiling, but they're not smiling.
Right. They're smiling on the outside, and they haven't dealt with all the fun stuff. And so you
Mm-hmm.
just bring it out. You just say, hey, let's get to Realville and talk about, hey, what are your kids, when's the last time you spent a really good quality time with your kids, your relationships, and you keep the main thing. So before you even fix the business, if they had a business mindset, you're starting with like, hey, what's really most important?
Correct. And
Yeah.
fitness, because there's no, if you can't have a mindset, unbreakable mindset, you can't have this confidence. If you can't walk past the mirror and smile at your body, it just doesn't happen. You can't be
Right.
disciplined in business, disciplined in mindset, disciplined in confidence, but then you're not disciplined at all in your health, your fitness, nothing like that. You're just overweight, you're out of shape. It doesn't happen. It all works hand in hand. So I added fitness to it because I work out every day. I used to fitness train, so I added that to it.
Well, I mean, the data is out there, and one of the things I love about kind of where we are at now in this point in time is like everybody's filtering things. They're filtering things in a better way. I mean, it's you've got a lot of people that are good influencers talking about fitness in a way to prescribe for, like you said earlier, depression. Stop talking. Go out for a walk. Go ruck. Go do something like that. And so with your mindset coaching, you include the head and fitness. Do you what is it like if you were to coach Mike, what are the steps that you take me through? What are the questions that you ask one of your clients? How does that work?
Well, I want to know what your daily life is. Like, what do you do? Do you work? Do you have a company? Do you work for a company? Are no more 9 to 5er? I want to know what your family life's like. I want to know everything that's today. But I want to know some stuff from yesterday, but not. I don't need to go into depth because yesterday's yesterday. I mean, I'm not one of the therapists that gonna say, well, back in your childhood, I see that. Man, if you're still living for your childhood, I'm sorry, there's a place you can go check into.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
But I don't
Yeah.
BS. I go straight. I tell it like it is. I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. That's what a lot of people want. That's what a lot of people do.
Right.
Like they want to hear, and if they don't get told that, I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you straight up what you need to do. When I coach, it's not gonna be easy because if it's easy, everybody do it. It
Right.
shouldn't be easy. It should be something that should be uncomfortable because you got to get uncomfortable before you get comfortable. And it's just going to be starting day one, I get results. I'm not just 6 months and then we start in 6 months. No, I want to get results every single week. We're going to get something down pat.
Gotcha. So you start with, hey, what's your day look like, and you make adjustments from there. You kind of coach them on that. Okay.
Most of the time, the first three
yeah.
sentences, I can catch something right off the bat.
Yeah. And so how do people find out about you? Like, what's the top of your marketing funnel, or how do people find out about Coach Mike and what he does?
So right now I have my website, which is platinummindsetgroup.com, or on Facebook, you can find me, Michael Economides on Facebook. Have a podcast, which is Platinum Mindset Podcast. And I do live. I go live. I do live. It's anything goes pretty much, there's no editing.
Yeah. And what part of the country do you live in? Because I don't have that on here.
I live 30 minutes north of New Orleans in Mandeville, Louisiana.
Oh, yes. He's a Southern boy.
I stay away from New Orleans.
Yeah, you stay. I was just looking at that part of the country. We were looking at Mobile and Daphne and those places because we're thinking about at some point moving down there. And then I looked over.
Bridge in Mobile.
Huge. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I think that area is going to be going to have a lot of growth. And then But you stay out of New Orleans, right? You stay 30 minutes north of it.
Yeah.
Is Baton Rouge close to there, or is it
So
just
Baton
north
Rouge
of you?
is, well, Baton Rouge is to what, the west?
Yeah.
Yeah, west. And I live on the north shore of Lake Pontchartrain. You got to go across the world's longest bridge over water, 24 miles. I live
Right.
right. I can see the lake from my front yard.
Okay. Kind of give us an overview of some of the businesses that you're helping now, that because you don't just help individuals, you also help some CEOs go into their business and find out who the leaders are. How do you do that? What does that look like? How do you, what's your process of helping a business out?
So lately, what I've been doing is going on hiring sites, since I've been noticing this a lot lately. And a couple of my friends, companies, and just companies I see around here, is that they hire, if the company's hiring online, I go look at it and I see that the job is filled at the moment, and how the job got filled. Because the job got filled through a site that they advertise online, and the job is already filled and they're still advertising for that job. The person that they hired is still getting emails from that company that they're still advertising on. So right off the bat, when I go in for leadership or team building, if I see that, that's a no-no. I mean, if you have somebody as your general manager and he gets an email saying you're hiring as for a general manager, he has zero value for your company. And you think he's going to do the best for your company and make the most you can? Hell no. He knows he's already out the door. So that right there is the biggest mistake I'm starting to see. It's crazy. It's crazy how many companies actually do it.
Right. They just leave it open, and they fill the position, but they still leave it being able to market. No one's checked that box, right? Hey, we got this position.
Oh, they did.
They check it?
Let me tell you,
Okay.
I've been seeing them now. They're actually put a pay increase on it.
Yeah.
There's a veterinarian hospital that it's a corporate one too. It's got a bunch of locations. I'm talking to them about going in there and doing something, but every position they have opening that they have hiring for, they're hiring that they already positions filled, and they're hiring for more money that they hired the people that are in it for.
Wow. Well, that's shooting himself in the foot. Absolutely. Yeah.
They lose 50.
Right.
An unhappy employee costs them upwards of 50% profit.
Okay. And so you just go into the executive suite and say, hey, this is what's going on. You need to stop this right away so the morale can be better. Okay.
I'm actually about to start doing something with, hopefully I got a meeting tomorrow with Crunch Fitness. I don't know if y'all have a Crunch Fitness over there.
Yes, we do. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's another, so you help out organizationally. What else? What are some other things that you help? Do you go in and talk to the leadership there, and
Team building.
what does that look like? What are some team building things that you do for organizations?
So most companies don't have teams; they have just employees, and most employees are just clocking in, watching the clock, and ready to get the hell out of there.
Right.
Instead of just building, you have a good leader in place, then you put good teams, and if they feel like they're on a team and they feel like they have value, you could probably get rid of one or two on them, because you could probably run a company with one or two less than you already have, because those teams feel like a team. They feel value, and they're going to go above and beyond and not just go from clock to clock and get out of there. And when they do, I mean, it's the smallest things. I mean, they've done studies that just go give them a freaking gift card to go get a free coffee. I mean, anything so small. It's like giving a dog a treat. The
Right.
dog feels happy. It's just like an employee. Make them feel part of a team, not as a micromanaged employee that all they do is watch the clock and they leave.
Yeah, it's funny. The little things matter, like how you even talk to somebody, how you approach somebody. We're just having a conversation with my wife. My wife's sister's got a new job at a coffee shop down in where she lives, and they just treat the employees terrible, and they don't value them. They don't do the little things like that. Yeah, they treat them like it's McDonald's, yet the coffee's like $9 for a small cup. So they need to treat them a little bit better. But I get it.
You can see Chick-fil-A and Cane's compared to McDonald's and Burger King.
Right.
Chick-fil-A is, because they treat their employees great. It's a happy environment. I mean, those kids look, most of them kids, they're excited to go to work.
Right. Yeah. So we have I know a bunch of kids that go to our church that work at Chick-fil-A, and what they put them through is just so great for them, because they know how to talk to adults, they know how to approach adults, and they know how to have conversations. And so it's so you're right.
It's a good company to work for as an employee, but as an owner, I did some research on it.
Yes.
You have to work. You have, as an owner of the Chick-fil-A location, you got to work 40 hours a week.
Yeah, there's no absentee ownership when it comes to that. Yeah,
Nope.
they have a different business model, and I guess they can afford to with the amount of revenue that they command. But you're right. So let me ask you this: Are you involved? Is there like a guild or a mastermind that you're involved in that kind of helps you with some of the things that you do? Or have you ever been a part of some of those associations?
I'm actually starting to do some of my own masterminds. I'm speaking a lot more. Like I speak at events probably lately. I've been doing 3 or 4 a month. I'm actually doing 2 big stages coming up. So that'll be first time I'm actually on a big stage. And so I've started to be more and more masterminds. I'm getting more of them.
Okay,
It's,
great.
getting into that. It's like a whole different world. It's like you're doing this, and it's like I don't have enough time in a day.
Yeah, sometimes sometimes the coach needs a coach, right?
I got a
Uh,
coach. If I
yeah,
don't have a
yeah.
coach and I'm a coach, then something wrong.
That's right. That's right. One of the things we always say is, because we have a mastermind, obviously, and we always tell people like you've got to be in a room. You got to have somebody that is that you could define as better than you or where you want to go. Somebody that's going to hold you accountable, because that's going to make you grow. Because when they kind of like call your
Yep.
stuff out, it helps you grow.
That's
So
the
I
whole
love it.
thing.
I love it that you said, hey, I've got a coach. I'm part of multiple masterminds, and they're one of the things about these masterminds is it's just sometimes one relationship away that I meet there, or just one little tweak in the business where 10 or 15x is something that I'm doing. Oh, I didn't think of that. I need to be doing
Hmm.
that instead of this.
And look, some
So
business owners are hard at. They're not gonna listen. They,
right,
I
and
used
then
to I used to do consulting because I own landscaping companies and I'm a horticulturist. And I went into one. I'm like, you gotta get rid of your manager, dude. He's your friend. Oh no, no. Okay. He's letting him run all over him, but okay, his company's out of business now.
uh, yeah, that's tough. Yeah, and so one of the things is that's the rub, right? You're a coach, and when somebody doesn't listen to you, it hurts. It hurts you because you know what's coming. Um, yeah. So, what does that look like too? It's kind of give me a story of like a success that you had. Somebody had a mindset about something, and then you were able to draw something out from them, and they realized, oh, okay, I need to think about it different this way. Kind of tell me what that looks like, Mike.
But the biggest thing I used to hear, and I still hear it, the most all the time. Well, I'm just different. I'm not like you. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm not like what you think. I just popped out of my mom, waking up early, having a mindset. I said, you just poop. That was it. That was it. No training, no nothing. Just poof. I said, it's like a cell phone. We all get the same cell phone, and you program it the way you want to do it. Reprogram it. It's time to reprogram
Right.
your mind. It's that, and it takes a little bit. Some people just aren't coachable, right? 100%. Some people they're just not. And I'm not going to sit there and beg him and beg him and beg him. It's one thing is I get in a call with you, you'll never hear me push a sale or push anything like that. If you trust me, you'll want to hire me. If not, I'll never sell you anything. And that's the biggest thing is that people don't realize how much their mind controls their life. How much everything they say, everything they think, it controls their life.
Right.
If you go back and think about what happened yesterday or what happened last week, even to the point where if you get in a car accident and it was your fault, what led up to that? What did you not do or what did you do that you shouldn't have done or you should have done that led up to that wreck? And I guarantee if you sit there and think about that, everybody thinks about that. You'll be like, oh, damn. Even though it was my fault, I should have been doing this, and this, and I wouldn't have even been there.
Right. Yeah. So we've got some apps downloaded in our brain that we need to delete, probably.
Yeah, delete the
Yeah.
one, delete the main one, delete the media one.
The media one. Yes.
CNN, Fox News, just delete all of those. Get them out of here.
Get them out. That's right. Because if you let a voice talk to you too much, you'll end up parroting that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Coach Mike, how can our audience find out about you? Where can we locate you, Mike, if we wanted to find out more about you and find out more about how you can help them?
You can go on my website, which is platinummindsetgroup.com. You can go on my Facebook, Michael Economides, and I'm actually about to launch a new 30-day reset the resolution own your summer program, where it's going to be just quick, hard. Most people set resolutions and they don't stick to it, or they try. The gym's packed on January, but February comes along, it's like a ghost town. But it's going to be all in your mindset. It's going to be physical, confidence, leadership, everything all in one.
Awesome. Well, Coach Mike, thanks for coming on the podcast, guys. Please like and subscribe. Find us find the Real Estate Pros podcast and share it with your friends. Coach Mike, thanks for being with us. We'll see you later, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.